Bloß weil du 31 bist und ich 36.
Ja, das ist süß.
She told a sad, sad story of the great ship that went down. 'Twas the 14th day of April, over the waves she rode, sailing into tomorrow, to a golden age foretold. The night was black with starlight, the seas were sharp and clear, moving through the shadows, the promised hour was near. Lights were holding steady, gliding over the foam. All the lords and ladies heading for the eternal home. The chandeliers were swaying from the balustrades above. The orchestra was playing songs of faded love. The watchman, he lay dreaming as the ballroom dancers twirled. He dreamt the Titanic was sinking into the underworld. Leo took his sketchbook, he was often so inclined. He closed his eyes and painted the scenery in his mind. Cupid stuck his bosom and broke it with a snap. The closest woman to him, he fell into her lap. He heard a loud commotion, something sounded wrong. His inner spirit was saying that he couldn't stand here long. He staggered to the quarterdeck, no time now to sleep. Water on the quarterdeck, already 3 foot deep. Smokestack was leaning sideways, heavy feet began to pound. He walked into the whirlwind, sky splitting all around. The ship was going under, the universe had opened wide. The roll was called up yonder, the angels turned aside. Lights down in the hallway, flickering dim and dull. Dead bodies already floating in the double-bottom hull. Engines then exploded, propellers they failed to start. The boilers overloaded, the ship's bow split apart. Passengers were flying backwards, forward, finding a flaw. They mumbled, fumbled and tumbled, each one more wary than the last. The veil was torn asunder between the hours 12 and 1. No change, no sudden wonder could undo what had been done. The watchman lay there dreaming at 45 degrees. He dreamed that the Titanic was sinking, dropping to her knees. Wellington, he was sleeping, his bed began to slide. His valiant heart was beating, he pushed the tables aside. Glass and shattered crystal, they scattered round about. Straps on both his pistols, how long could he hold out? His men and his companions were nowhere to be seen. In silence they were waiting for time and in space to intervene. The passageway was narrow, there was blackness in the air. Saw every kind of sorrow, heard voices everywhere. Alarm bells were ringing to hold back the swelling tides. Friends of lovers clinging to each other side by side. Mothers and their daughters descending down the stairs jumped into the icy waters. Love and pity sent their prayers. The rich man, Mr. Astor, kissed his darling wife. He had no way of knowing, be the last trip of his life. Calvin, Blake and Wilson gambled in the dark. Not one of them would ever live to tell the tale of this embark. Brothers rose up against brothers in every circumstance. They fought and slaughtered each other in a deadly dance. They lowered down the lifeboats from the sinking wreck. There were traitors, there were turncoats, broken backs and broken necks. The bishop left his cabin to help others in need, turned his eyes upon the heavens, said the poor are yours to feed. Davy the brothel keeper came out, dismissed his girls, saw the water getting deeper, saw the changing of the world. Jim Dandy smiled, he never learned to swim, saw the little crippled child, and he gave his seat to him. He saw the starlight shining, streaming from the east. Death was on the rampage, but his heart was now at peace. They battened down the hatches, but the hatches wouldn't hold. They drowned upon the staircase of brass and polished gold. Leo said to Cleo, I think I'm going mad. But he'd lost his mind already, whatever mind he had. He tried to block the doorway to save all those from harm. Blood from an open wound pouring down his arm. Petals fell from flowers till all of them were gone. In the long and dreadful hours, the wizard's curse played on. The host was pouring brandy, it was going down slow. He stayed right to the end and he was the last to go. There were many, many others, nameless here forevermore. They never sailed the ocean or left their homes before. The watchman, he lay dreaming, the damage had been done. He dreamt the Titanic was sinking, and he tried to tell someone. The captain barely breathing, kneeling at the wheel. Above him and beneath him, 50,000 tons of steel. Looked over at his compass, he gazed into its face. Needles pointing downwards, he knew he lost the race. The dark illumination remembered bygone years. He read the book of Revelations and he filled his cup with tears. When the reaper's task had ended, 1600 had gone rest. The good, the bad, the rich, the poor, the loveliest and the best. They waited at the landing, they tried to understand there is no understanding of the judgment of God's hand. The news came over the wires and struck with deadly force. Love had lost its fires, all things had run their course. Watchman, he lay dreaming of all the things that can be. He dreamt the Titanic was sinking into the deep blue sea.
Danke euch, danke, ganz herzlichen Dank. Danke Martin, danke Lenny, danke euch allen fürs Zuhören. Susanne Plassmann. Wir freuen uns jetzt, wir trinken einen Wein und hören den nächsten Musikerinnen und Musikern zu. Dankeschön.
Toll, Berlin!